So hello again on YouTube. Yes, exactly that one guitar guy. That's exactly what happens. So let's get into the intro and let's get into the wackiness that I was promising. So we've got our intro. It sounds pretty okay. I'm pretty okay with it. Alan Pearl, welcome. And oh my god, thank you for the bits. Thank you so much for cheering. Nice, thank you. You lovely, lovely human being. Thank you. So let's get nuts. Okay, so we've got our intro. Love it. Mastering the art of making toast. We don't have a toaster. Like, I actually, when we make toast, I make it in like a pan. We don't have a toaster. We have no space in our kitchen to put it, so we've got this intro. Here's what ya boy did. So what does the Doom 2016 start out with? It starts out with a speech, and here's one I recorded just an hour before we went live, right? It's gonna sound super cringy, and I don't care. Let's listen to it.
Beyond the furthest reaches of the universe lies a dimension of unspeakable horror. Hellish landscapes and tormented souls coalesce into a maelstrom of terror. But one shall rise, fueled by rage and hatred, to deliver unto them tenfold the violence they had wrought. And the never-ending cycle begins once more.
Right? So, okay. And I've got basically 4 flavors of this. So what we're going to cover right now is editing like a speech, cutting out all the well, where I catch my breath, where you can kind of hear like I'm almost dying, apparently. Because projecting from the diaphragm is kind of hard, right? And I don't have proper air control and all that good stuff. And then we're gonna make it. Like pitch it down and make it sound epic, right? And mix it into the intro of the song. Cool? Yeah, that one guitar guy has the right idea. I haven't made a full turkey dinner. I've never made it. But turkey isn't that big in our country. I've made chicken dinners, but not turkey dinners, I gotta say. Right, and I have some other snippets over here of sort of other things that we'll put in. Hold on. Let me just segment off this bit. So this is going to be like... Right, this is going to be our raw vocals.
Beyond the furthest reach.
And trust me, there are going to be outtakes out of this. You can kind of hear me dying.
Landscapes and
Over here.
the violence they had wrought.
Okay.
Beyond the
Jesus Christ. How many takes did I do?
beyond the
I remember 4. I remember distinctly 4. Yeah, that's gonna be it. Okay. So this is... sounds pretty good. Mate. I appreciate the compliment, but come on. Guy needs a mint. Yes. Cough syrup. Now in strawberry flavor. I was trying to do this sort of 50s announcer voice. Didn't work out. Did not work out. Right, so let's start editing, like piecing this stuff together to where it makes sense. Now, there's one more thing before we get to that. So, Vox processed, intro Vox, right? There's one more thing we need to do. I need to leave some markers of how long the intro is, because we're gonna need to edit them in such a way that they match the length of the intro, right? A throat lozenge. I think throat lozenge is the British term. I might be wrong on that one. So if I remove all these solos, shut your dirty mouth. And basically this is where the guitars start, right? Okay, so we're gonna need to put it in 8 bars. 8 bars is what we need. Right, I've marked it over here so that I can see it. Okay, then. Let's select all the events and move them to the side over here. And let's see. So the first, let's take it line by line and we'll make it work, right? So first line, right? I need to section off the takes. Hold on, just 1 second.
Of terror, but one shall rot. Rage and hatred,
Jesus.
they had wrought.
Right, so this is 1 take. This is 2 take, right?
Fueled by rage and hatred.
Okay.
Beyond the furthest reaches of the universe.
Okay, so that's take 2, take 3. Okay, and this is
Begins what?
yes. I booped that mic so hard it's not even funny. But okay. Right, okay, cool. So let's put these in the beat. So the first line, and we're gonna take it
Beyond the furthest reaches of the universe.
okay, this is too deep. Like it has too much too much of a like there's too much note in there and too much bass in it.
Beyond the furthest reaches of the universe.
This is just terrible.
Beyond the furthest reaches of the universe.
Okay, so I've experimented with this in the past, and basically I'm trying to get a tone that is very, very whispered, very low, guttural, but doesn't have a lot of sort of note in it. So basically it should be like, instead of being beyond the pale, right? Instead of going with that sort of Cookie Monster voice, it has to be like a whispery Cookie Monster in a way. Because we're gonna pitch that down and we're gonna make it sound huge, right? And I'm trying to go for the tone that is similar to the beginning of the Doom 2016 soundtrack, where there's that little speech, which was
In the first age, in the first battle.
stuff like that. So I was trying to go. The feeling is that this is a sort of lost prophecy type thing. About what is happening outside the realms of our dimension, right? It's a sort of, and I tried to give it a more, I tried to take the vibe of Doom and sort of put in a bit of Lovecraftian stuff and try to do something there interesting, I would hope. So this, I think, is okay, but I think this is the winner over here.
Beyond the furthest reaches of the universe. Lord.
Right, I feel like this is the clearest performance in here, if we can call it that. So we're gonna plop this down. Boop. Okay. We're gonna make this big, right? And we're gonna have to
Beyond the furthest.
right, and we need to take out the breaths. We need to take this out over here.
Reaches of the universe.
Right? Cool. Now, next line.
Lies a dimension of unspeakable. Lies a dimension of unspeakable horror.
No. There was one bit at the end that I think could work very, very well.
Beyond the furthest reaches of the universe lies a dimension of unspeakable horror. Hellish landscapes.
Yep, that's what you want. Okay? And yeah, I could have hired a voice actor to do this. I mean, they would have done a terrific job. But you know me, I'm kind of like, hell, I'll do it myself. I'll do everything myself. But sometimes, I think, but we'll see if it sounds too terrible. We will change that.
Lies a dimension of unspeakable.
Okay, let's see the cadence.
Beyond the furthest reaches of the universe lies a dimension of unspeakable horror.
Horror. Horror. What?
Horror.
Okay, I'm gonna need to make this a bit longer, right? Cool. Next line.
Hellish landscapes and torment.
Oh, damn, we're getting spammed over here. Hello, spam. Why don't you? Oh, crap. Ban. Time to swing that ban hammer. Ban. What the heck? Ban. Could really use my mod over here, but Radiant Seeker seems to be quite AFK. And fixed. Okay. Okay, hopefully that'll stop. Why does anybody think that that sort of spamming technique with bots works? The intro summoned the spam. Apparently, it's quite unholy, it seems.
Hellish landscapes and tormented souls coalesce into a maelstrom of terror.
Okay.
Hellish landscapes and tormented souls.
What?
Is a dimension of
Terrible. I hate it. I think the third one is okay. Let's see if that is...
hellish landscapes and tormented souls coalesce into a maelstrom of terror.
Right? So, and I don't know, what if I don't know, the last sort of remnant of anything resembling human in that dimension or what have you is on its deathbed, right? Because it kind of sounds like that. And is sort of telling as a sort of cautionary tale about the wackiness that is happening over there.
Beyond the furthest reaches of
Let's see the
the
cadence.
universe lies a dimension of unspeakable horror. Hellish landscapes and tormented souls coalesce into a...
Okay, souls and coalesce needs to be like, boop. Just, it needs to be one thing, right? So we're gonna do that.
coalesce into a...
Unfortunately, I cut out the S, and that is not okay. Where is my... Actually.
soul.
Boop, and we're gonna do something... Souls.
Souls coalesce.
Right, so that is okay, but what we're going to do is we're going to time stretch this bit, make it just a tad shorter, right? Because it takes me apparently forever to say the word souls. So we're gonna have to go quickly over here. Boop. The samples would work better unvoiced. Do you mean like just a whisper? Or do you mean like what do you mean, Chief Monkey? That might be a great idea.
Souls coalesce into a maelstrom of terror.
Right? Oh my God, we've already exceeded the sort of length that we had for the intro, so we're going to have to see if we can do some stuff over there. We're only halfway through. Crap. On a stick.
But one shall rise.
Terrible.
Wallace into a...
Terrible.
But one shall rise. Fueled by rage and hatred. Fueled by rage and hatred.
Yeah, two voiced. Well, we have the more whispered ones over here, I think.
Tenfold the violence they have. But one shall rise. Fueled by rage and hatred. To deliver unto them tenfold the violence they had wrought.
Okay, so this whole bit seems okay, but I need to sort of chop it down to size. Okay, boop, boop. We're gonna go in here. We have a bit of dead air in here, or is there actually like content in this bit? Hello, click track. Hello, click track. Okay, boop.
Of terror, hellish landscapes and tormented souls coalesce into a maelstrom of terror. Beyond the
Whoa! Hold the phone. I copy pasted the wrong thing. Where is it? This is why you should always, when doing edits and working with like stuff like this, you should mark your stuff better. Don't do what I do, because it's not helpful.
Beyond the furthest reaches of the universe. But one shall rise. Fueled by rage and hatred. To deliver unto them tenfold the violence they had wrought, and the never-ending cycle begins once more.
I think this is actually okay. I think this is the bit that I want. Seems to be much better for our purposes. We'll see how it takes the processing. If it's not okay, we'll fix it. Right. Might have gone a bit too long-winded with the intro, which is, I mean, I'm long-winded in general. That's just how I operate.
But one shall rise, fueled by rage.
Okay, need to boop you a bit, give you a bit of breathing room over here. Move you over to here.
Fueled by rage.
Needs a bit more. To get that rise in there. And like, it's very, very quiet right now, but we're gonna compress the crap out of it, so it's gonna be pretty loud.
Fueled by rage and hatred, to deliver unto them tenfold the violence they had wrought, and the never beyond the...
Okay, you can shush your dirty mouth over there. You can go in here, you can do that.
And the never-ending cycle begins once more.
Cool. Now, there's a bit of background noise, which I'm not a fan of. And we're gonna need to fit it into those 8 bars, right? So here's what I propose. I propose we render this out, render in place with current settings, right? Boop. That way we don't have to think about edits. We can just take the whole thing and boop it in there. And we can sort of correct a little bit if we have to. And now let's check out the processing that we can do. Already 20 minutes in. Like, it took me, what, 10 minutes to do this? Crap. 15 minutes, what have you. It's a long time. Should be faster. Gotta go fast. Sonic. Right, so let's let's try to apply time stretch. Let's do it just really, really roughly. What if I do this? Does that make it chipmunky?
Beyond the furthest reaches of the universe lies a dimension of unspeakable horror. Hellish landscapes and tormented souls coalesce into a maelstrom of terror. But one shall rise, fueled by rage and hatred, to deliver unto them tenfold the violence they have.
Okay, so that's not gonna work, obviously. How long is this speech? Like, if we were to just say, okay, just leave it as it is, that's gonna be what? How long is it? So 44, it's about half a minute-ish. I mean, we could do some stuff in there, and we can sort of elongate the intro if we needed to. Theoretically, we need about another 8 bars. Now, nobody's gonna have the patience to listen to this whole thing for that long. And it takes about a minute. Like, how long does it take us till we get to an actual freaking riff? That's my issue right there. So right, so yeah, 1 minute 20. So it's about 40 seconds of this stuff. This is a terrible idea. This goes against everything I do when I'm writing a sort of rock song or a pop song or a metal song, right? Usually, I wouldn't have a freaking intro that's 2 minutes long. Or I guess in this case, it's just like a minute long until things really kick off. We're gonna leave it as it is. It's supposed to be cinematic, god damn it. Okay. Let's do processing, right? And then we'll see how we fit it into the song, and we'll see what we can do with the intro to elongate it, right? Boop, 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 boop. Nothing works out as you expect it to, because why should it? I was kind of expecting if I take out all the breaths and all the awkward pauses that it'll be okay, but apparently it is not. Right, so first things first, we need to apply some noise reduction. This is definitely not the plugin that I'm looking for. Discard. This is the plugin I'm looking for. This is a free plugin, by the way. It's called Denoiser. It's fantastic. Does Cubase still work?
Beyond the
We're good. Okay. I'm just gonna plop a little bit of that.
The furthest reaches of the universe lies a dimension of
Just to clean it up a little bit until we hit the compressor. Next, we're gonna use the pitch shifter. And about 10 semitones is what I want. Let's put it 1066. 1066. What was the what happened in 1066? It was the French invasion of England. I can't remember. Right? Let's see what that sounds like now. Perfect. Right, and I'm gonna leave just maybe, I don't know, 5% of the original in there just to have a little bit of more clarity and top-end information. The next thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna compress the ever-living crap out of it to make it up front, bring it in your face, and just myrtleize everything, right? So actually we're gonna need EQ before compression, right? So listen up, baby. If you want to compress something very, very hard, it's very important, in my opinion, to take out things that you don't want triggering the compressor. So, boop, all that extraneous low end, gone.
Beyond the furthest reaches of the universe lies a dimension of unspeakable horror. Hellish landscapes.
But we also want a little bit of clarity in there on the mids. Right, and we've got some Oh, there's that. There's a high end. Oof. Yo, Kadinjir. Welcome. We're doing wacky Doom intro vocals, I guess. Maybe. Right, and now we're gonna need like a series of 2 compressors. I'm gonna try out an EQ afterwards for some extra. So I could boost some high end, and then I could take it away with a de-esser. Hold that thought. So Chief Monkey, I don't know what you mean. The samples would work better unvoiced. By the way, like if you want, like I'm super curious. I might be doing it wrong, so tell me if I'm doing it wrong. So usually on vocal compressors, it's best to sort of chain them together so that you don't have like one compressor doing all the work, right? You usually have them on sort of fast attack, slow release, and each of them needs to do a little bit of work, right? So let's see what that sounds like. Hey, Sepho, welcome! Damn, we got a lot of people in the house tonight. Welcome, thank you so much for joining. We're doing wacky Doom vocals, I guess. Right, and another thing that I like to do on vocals is to sort of simulate a preamp. In this case, oh, we have two. We have tooltips. Warm and fat, just like me. So let's try the vocal fattener preamp. That works. Now we're gonna need some de-essing on it. I mean, this could work as well, but I do have the Aosys from Slate, which is very, very nice. Right? Another thing that we can do to sort of fatten this up is to put a little bit of distortion and clipping in the background, right? So I'm going to put it to around 50%. I'm down with that. Now, of course, we need delay and reverb. So delay. What should we use? So I'm thinking maybe a stereo delay so that it's not sort of even. So we have like a quarter note and a half note, and just mix them down a little bit, and maybe sort of take out a little bit of the high end and a little bit of the low end, so they sit in the middle. Let's see what that sounds like. And now what we need is a teeny tiny little bit of reverb. Not too much. Not too much. So I'm going to go to my Supermassive once again, and I'm going to use reverbs. Let's try a medium reverb. Let's try a wide vocal swell. That's too much. Let's just put it at around 14%. Let's see what that sounds like. The problem is that I think it's pitch shifted too low, so unfortunately it's gonna wreck our thing over here. Or will it? What if we used 2? And the other one, we pitch shifted down 6 and just put it just a little bit there. Just
Beyond the furthest reaches of the universe lies a dimension of unspeakable horror, hellish landscapes and
the delays need to be turned down quite a lot because, like, it's the problem is that we just have the vocals right in here for now, right? So we're gonna need to.
beyond the furthest reaches of the universe lies a dimension of unspeakable horror, hellish landscapes and tormented souls coalesce into a maelstrom of terror. But one shall rise.
Oh damn! Wait a minute. This actually works because we can put the but one part, put it right on the boom, so that feels like the totally not Doomslayer coming in, right? and before that we can put some ambient stuff, right? So where's my butt? There's a phrase I will regret later.
Maelstrom of terror. But one shall rise.
Or not even that, like if I just put the but one.
But one shall rise.
What does that, like, how does it feel better? I feel, okay, so that's if we put the one, if we put the emphasis on one, on the actual, totally not Doomslayer, and, but if we put it on the but,
But one shall
feels odd to me, feels odd. I feel that the emphasis on the one makes a whole lot more sense. Now, if we just boop these together, what happens?
fueled by rage and hatred to deliver unto them tenfold the violence they had wrought and the never-ending.
Okay, it's this vocal swell thing. Needs to be very, very quiet.
But one shall rise, fueled by rage and hatred to deliver unto them tenfold the violence they had wrought, and the never-ending cycle begins once more.
You know what? I think I took away too much of the low end. It feels like it doesn't have, like, gravitas, right?
Beyond the furthest reaches of the universe lies a dimension of unspeakable horror, hellish landscapes and tormented souls coalesce into a maelstrom of terror. But one shall rise, fueled by
That's awesome. I feel like we're getting there. We're getting to where we needed to be. There's another thing that we can do. We can pop in another one of these compressors and try to just boost a little bit. Like, I feel like I need to control the vocals a bit more.
beyond the furthest reaches of the universe lies a dimension of unspeakable horror, hellish landscapes and tormented souls coalesce into a maelstrom of terror. But one shall rise.
Oh my god, that's ridiculous. I love it. Okay, so we won't put in the booms then. What we will do is that we're gonna have to create some textures. I'm gonna need something. Oh, I need to cut the video for YouTube. Thank you so much for watching on YouTube, by the way.